After the last card pull in August, our emotions were at an all-time high. Excitement and anxiety for the season to start, combined with the satisfaction that all the hard work from the past few years was paying off for Uriah and I, had us itching to climb into a stand. While we sat in anticipation for the Kentucky season to start, Brad Davidson, our good buddy, is putting together his own strategic plan to turn his family farm into a whitetail paradise.
My season starts each spring as I await a warming trend so I can begin getting my food plots in the ground. This year, that happened in late April, right before our Indiana turkey season. This season, I made the decision to expand my soybean plot on the family farm to better accommodate the browse pressure. Soybeans have proven to be a great attraction for the hit list bucks on this property. I also elected to establish a 1-acre perennial plot. I created a barrier to make the deer feel more comfortable feeding in the open. As we move closer to our season opener, the anticipation of another season builds, and the time to complete preseason preparation shrinks. Luckily, the weather cooperated and allowed me to get my fall plot completed. This should make for excellent late season hunting. With the time to plant coming to an end, I have changed my focus to setting trail cams, hanging stands, and building a blind platform. I have hung trail cams in travel corridors. I set an observation stand on the edge of my property, overlooking an ag field and transition area, heading towards a known bedding area. Finally, I built a platform for one of my ground blinds to give me a better vantage point of my food plot. With all the prep work completed, the next few weeks will be spent letting the property cool down as I await the first October cold front. This is only the beginning.
While Brad completes his food plot work, our other friends Andy Mahoney and Scott Johnson are doing their own food plot work just 70 miles to the east in southern Indiana.
There we go. We're done sweating. It's hot.
It's a cool 80 degrees at 8 o'clock in the morning.
But you know, you put in the time, you put in the effort, the deer will come, you know, and that's what it's about. That's part of hunting. Loving the work and enjoying it. Scott and I both, we like putting in the work, and it just makes the reward that much better. You know, when you get that big buck to walk in and you get a crack at him, it all makes it worth it.
Right now I'm headed to the farm. I'm going to hang tree stand. Checked cameras there the other day. Got pictures of several shooters. One buck. He's a dandy. He's all I've been able to think about since I checked cameras. So I've already got a stand there. It's down there in that little corner. I'm gonna put another one up across the creek that actually overlooks that bean field. That way I got several options right there. So we're gonna go in there today. We're gonna hang stand, probably pull that card and look and see what we got.
I just got done hanging that stand to kill small 8. I'm a little open, but I think I'm high enough. I stuck some branches down into the stand itself, give me a little extra cover. Hopefully it all works out like it's supposed to. He's going to come out broadside, 15-20 yard shot, all on video.
As Andy and Scott finish all their preseason preparations, Uriah and I are finally excited to hunt a stand setup with a bulletproof entry in hopes of seeing a familiar face in the area, BLT.
Alright, thanks for watching. It's Saturday, September the 10th. I'm back out in the spot that we call North Grown-Up. It's a low impact hunting location to where we're basically hunting the edge of a transition area. We're sacrificing how close we can actually get to the deer for not ever spooking them. Basically, our entry and exit is pretty much bulletproof. Very rarely do deer ever come behind us due to the residential area back there. We put a food plot out here. We've got forage soybeans to help maybe draw them a little closer to where we're at. We have a soft-sided redneck blind right down below me, but I really enjoy hunting out my buddy's stands. So I'm up here in the stand. We have both options here. We just had a bunch of rain come through, and I anticipated it quitting a little bit earlier, but I ended up getting wet out here. But I don't mind that too much. It's pretty calm, even though after this front is pushed through, it's calling for a west wind. It's a really neat spot. You can see pretty far. And I just really like hunting this spot, but got about 2 hours till the end of legal shooting light, so we all know anything can happen.
At the Whitetail Factor, we use Real World Wildlife Products food plot seed. Uriah and I relied on Real World soybean blend in an area called North Grown-Up. Real World soybean blend provides a ton of green forage in the summer and early fall. In the winter, we counted over 90 pods as an average per plant. This will, and did, provide our deer a healthy option throughout the winter months, and kept them coming all year long.
I've seen a lot of activity. I've seen them 2 little yearling bucks came right in front of this little soul-side redneck blind. And I've seen what I think was Little Browse. He's one of our endless bucks. And then we seen a little 3-year-old that we call Sidekick. And following him, that was one of our big boys, BLD 724. I have it time stamped on the cameras when he came across. That's really awesome. A half an hour before sunset. That just goes to show what a small little temperature change can do in early season. And that's why I love hunting early September.
As Kentucky season begins, we are waiting for the perfect weather opportunity to make our move. The waiting game becomes harder and harder for these weather conditions as our October obsession continues to flame.